All right, welcome into
the Bears Ravens podcast, you know?
Flock Nation Speaks
T3P podcast. All the Bears fans know me.
Your Baltimore Ravens
The Bears
podcast, where we talk about the best team in NFL history.
The Bears.
If you're a Ravens fan, of course.
Passionate Ravens. Passionate Bears. You know what I'm saying now? That's what we do. You know?
Yep. Back again. For sure.
I really got to see how you feeling now. Now that you got y'all a new receiver, got y'all a new quarterback. Look, that bottom image gonna have to change, I think, a little bit now. You know, with once Caleb get the actual jersey on, you might have to swap.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, though. Was it 13?
Probably. I think that sounds about right. I think that's him. 13.
We ain't
13.
I'm sure improved mode.
You got to see first.
Most definitely.
I feel like y'all did good though. I feel like, I mean, in terms of what y'all need, like, and I'm also looking at the first two picks y'all made. Of course, y'all was trying to figure out the quarterback situation. We knew where y'all was going there, and then
you do
the receiver. I did know the receiver. Now that surprised me a little bit. The receiver surprised me because y'all grabbed Keenan Allen. Of course, y'all got DJ Moore last year, and y'all grabbed Keenan Allen. So I thought y'all might be content with where y'all were, like, you know, in terms of not having to draft a receiver early. But I mean, I'll talk about this before. I don't mind drafting a guy early, especially if I don't hitch my wagon or something. It's gonna be that first round pick, that early first round pick. Because I think what y'all picked again, like 9 or so, something like that.
Yeah, 9.
And you know, considering the guy y'all wanted was there, I mean, for me, this is just my opinion. I would have rather if I feel like I need one more receiver to put yourself kind of over the hump, or at least get yourself a little more competitive this season as you starting out with a rookie quarterback. I mean, I think y'all did y'all's thing.
Now, true, but you know, it's just bittersweet. You know what I'm saying? That I'm trying to see something different. You know,
I feel you. I mean, once it all kind of played out, how was you feeling? Because I know, you know, of course, you was a big Justin Fields guy, but now, you know, they kind of passed. You knew, of course, somebody else is going to be on the center. You know, you might not necessarily know who it was going to be, but you knew it was going to be somebody. You know, I mean, what did you feel like y'all needed a receiver too, like another receiver? Because I know obviously you didn't see this team play, and you weren't a big fan of the Keenan Allen signing to begin with, trade to begin with. So
at all,
you know, do you think this? I mean, I think having Keenan Allen in that locker room is going to help DJ Moore and Rome Dunze, I think his name is.
I'm about to start getting that right too. A Dunze.
Oh, a Dunze. Okay, that's.
I gotta work on that too.
But
I'm gonna have to work on
it. I feel like I mean it was a good move because you bring a young guy in, you don't have to put too much pressure on him because you got two proven guys who have been there and done that in the league. So even though he's a first round talent, right, and even though he was a first round pick, a top 10 pick, you don't have to worry about, okay, we got to put so much on this guy immediately. But if he breaks out, you know, that's icing on the cake right there for his rookie year. So
I mean, the way it's set up, he ain't got no other choice.
Yeah.
Right? If somebody fall if he don't do it, who fault is it this time?
Yeah, and I think, you know, kind of like I said before, I think it puts Caleb Williams in an advantageous situation too, because, you know, of course y'all brought in DeAndre Swift, but also like in the receiver room to have an extra receiver, that helps because now, you know, now he's got plenty of guys he can look at to be comfortable. He's got a rookie in that room with him, right? He's got veterans in that room with him, and, you know, he can kind of figure out the best ways to be comfortable, you know, in the situation coming into kind of a hostile environment. Chicago kind of hostile, you know. Y'all don't play games. And y'all don't play games, especially about y'all's QBs. Y'all don't play games.
That's why I say I don't know how long he even gonna last.
I think he'll be fine. I mean, and I should put it like this. I should preface it and say I think he should be fine. I think he's set up to be fine.
Exactly.
He's set up better than Justin Fields was. You got an elite running back in the backfield. You got at least two proven elite receivers. At least two proven elite receivers and a top pick rookie, like top 10 rookie. Like he's set up for success, definitely. Cole Kmet's a pretty good darn tight end. Gerald Everett is a pretty darn good tight end for a second tight end. So offensively, I think he's set up pretty well. I don't know about the offensive line like that. So I'm curious to defer to you on the the offensive line in that situation. But
one thing about, first of all, they made more changes on the line this year too. So I don't even know how that's going to look either. My thing is just where we was at compared to now. Where you put us at now is a guessing game. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing about the whole shit. This shit new.
I think that's the thing too. Like it's gonna be, it's gonna take a little bit of time for everybody to gel together, and a lot of times, especially with a rookie QB, you don't gel together like that. And it depends. Like y'all kind of, I think y'all was almost in probably an even better position than the Texans was, to be honest.
Exactly.
So that's the good part about it too. Kind of like we said before the draft. The good part about it is y'all weren't technically the number one overall pick. Like y'all was good, but y'all y'all was competitive. Y'all had some games here and there. Y'all didn't play y'all's best football at times, but y'all weren't the worst team in the league. And going to the worst team in the league is probably one of the worst things a rookie quarterback can do. But that's just in most occasions that's the cards they dealt.
Yeah, we had a few situations where we should have been in the joint last year. A few situations where we blew it. The defense blew it, but that's another topic. That's another day.
How you feel about y'all's defensive moves?
We ain't even need none of that. To be honest with you, it was top 5.
Yeah, I mean, I know y'all had some people y'all had to replace. Like y'all had, I know y'all had Eddie Jackson.
You got rid of Eddie Jackson. That's why I said him and Justin Fields, like that would make it hard because both of them is like the hard of both sides. That like one defense, one offense and shit.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think interestingly enough, I always like to look, especially after they're drafted, look at the kind of what people say, what they said, and at the combine and whatnot and stuff like that. And his, I can't even say his name. What is it again?
Aroma Adugie. Right. They say Adugie.
Okay, we're gonna just stick with that. So his NFL comparison is Larry Fitzgerald, so that's a pretty good comparison. I see he's one of those type of guys. He likes the 50-50 ball as opposed to beating you off the line. Like it's not that he can't run a route to get open. He kind of has these weird situations where he prefers the 50-50 ball. So that's interesting. And that'll be good for Caleb too, to have a guy he can throw the ball up to and, they're going to come down with it. You hope in terms of that's what they do. Cause I mean, it says he's a good separation talent too. So, I mean, obviously he's got the ability to get separation. I think he makes a lot of acrobatic type catches too. So, I mean, it'll definitely be interesting. I think going into y'all season at least.
Gonna make it funny is, last year like DJ Moore was like the main, the main man.
Yeah,
it ain't looking that good down for him.
I think he'll continue to be. I think he'll continue to be.
What?
Yeah, I mean, who's gonna outplay DJ Moore in this offense?
It's not. You just got what's his name from San Diego.
I mean, yeah, Keenan Allen, but you already done said you don't really trust Keenan Allen like that. So DJ Moore is everything you could ever need in a wide receiver one. He's got the speed, he can do everything. He's got a separation, he can do everything. And I know you got this guy too, but and honestly, this guy might statistically outplay DJ Moore.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Putting the
And
simple fact
the
of
quarterback is new, so all these people are new to him too. So it ain't like he can favor anybody, you know.
Well, and the other thing is, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not double teaming this dude, right? I'm not double teaming him. I'm double teaming DJ Moore. No, I'm not double teaming him. Not a rookie coming into the NFL with a lot to prove. I'm gonna double team the guy who's done it before in Keenan Allen, or the guy who's done it before in DJ Moore. That's gonna be the first two guys I'm gonna shift my coverage to, and I'm gonna make him prove that he can actually beat me. Now, like we said before, there's so much talent on that offense that it's gonna be hard to double team here or there, right? Because there's so much talent right now on paper. So.
Do you know DJ Moore was mad that he didn't make the Pro Bowl, right?
Yeah.
But he had all career highs, touchdowns and yards and receiving. Career highs.
I'm not surprised by that.
He was pissed. Now, do you actually think in your mind he can reach those numbers again with all these people out here now?
Think about it. Think about the career year Jamar Chase had when it was him, T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd. You know, so like it's just going to depend on who opened for Caleb Williams, right? And if DJ Moore is open, you know, if DJ Moore is the one that's open the most, he's gonna get the ball. And I think I honestly think DJ Moore is faster than the rookie y'all got. He's obviously faster than Keenan Allen, so he's gonna be the speed threat out of the offense right now. So, I mean, I think there's definitely possibility. I think Adunzi probably gonna be more the 50-50 guy, more the in between intermediate. Well, that's probably intermediate gonna be Keenan Allen probably, but still,
it's too much. If you're a quarterback, it's lovely. You love this, you know what I'm saying? But if you're an individual receiver, like you're looking around like, oh, this is not. It's only one ball.
I mean, if you think about it, if the expectation is for Caleb Williams to throw for 4,500 or 5,000 yards, then
God,
you know he got people who he can throw the ball to.
In Chicago, I still ain't seen him how he act when it get cold yet. We don't even know how that's gonna look. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we'll see.
Getting cold is tough. It's tough to play in that cold, boy.
We'll see
for sure.
We'll see.
Who y'all get? Y'all picked up a cornerback, right?
Yes, we picked up a cornerback. Look, I was mad. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. We picked up Nate Wiggins, the 30th pick. I was a little mad. I ain't gonna front with y'all. All right.
Hey.
I was a little mad because
what's his name?
Nate Wiggins. So literally, I don't know if he's a top corner, but he like the thing is Nate Wiggins is gonna shut people down. I'm not worried about that, right? But my issue is the defense was already good enough. We needed another receiver. But you know what? Look, EDC made it for it. Tez Walker
did need another receiver.
Tez Walker in the 4th round, speedster, something we don't have right now, which is a whole lot of speed. Well, Zay Flowers is fast. We don't have like a deep threat speedster right now. So I mean, I think bringing in Tez Walker from UNC, I think it is big. I feel like there was offensive line questions, and I think that's another reason why people really didn't want a corner was because there was offensive line questions too, because you got rid of 3/5 of your offensive line, but bringing in Rosengarten, that's another guy who, because you brought him in, that shores up your right tackle position, which was the most questioned. The guards were question marks, but not nearly as big because, you know,
this one right here,
guys out there. Yeah, that's Nate Wiggins. That's the 1st round pick right there. Yeah. Now
I will say something about him. Just my first time ever seeing him. Right, he looks like a one of those cornerbacks that want to pick every down. He want to pick something. You feel me?
Yeah, he definitely aggressive. Like,
yeah,
I like that he's aggressive. I don't know if he's giving Marcus Peters vibes to me, but you know, that was one of the guys I really liked that the Ravens had when they had him with Marcus Peters because he was aggressive. You know,
is he fast?
Always aggressive. Yeah, because remember because he made that stop right there. Want that him? Right.
I'm talking about what he run.
Oh, I don't know what his 40 is.
He said he made that stop right
there. But look, on the field with the pads on, fast.
You can walk him down though. He give me the vibe of now don't trip out. I'm not saying he did. He gave me the vibe when I first seen him of Deion Sanders when he's real young, and you just feel that vibe of just a loose vibe over there. Somebody just looking for the ball itself. You know what I'm saying? He gave me that vibe.
Yeah, and then I think he's like 6'1", so he's a bigger corner too. I don't think he's as big as Marlon, or he might be about the same size as Marlon. But you know, Marlon's kind of been the guy on the other side who's kind of had to shut people down, and you know, you just don't really throw that direction. So now to have, you know, I was a little concerned going into last season not having Marcus Peters anymore, because that's a lot of pressure on Marlon.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see that. And
Where he
I mean,
played like a wide receiver, like, you know.
yeah, he kind of like run the route for you. Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
You know,
He gonna get
I'm
some
excited.
picks. He gonna have a lot of picks.
Another one too was edge rusher. They got Isaac out of Penn State, which I'm good with that too. I think it's Asada Isaac, I think his name is, but I'm good with him too for the simple fact of the Ravens did this weird thing where they didn't bring back Jadeveon Clowney, which I think was silly, and they had Odafe Owe, who has dealt with injuries and hasn't really played up to his potential or his hopeful potential, and David Ojabo, who has literally just dealt with injuries his whole career so far. And those were the two edge rushers you had. So they needed an edge rusher regardless. So they got one in the third round. It'd be interesting to see, you know, what.
But when y'all defense top 5,
yeah, the defense is gonna be fine. But they need another edge rusher. They need a better rotation because of Ojabo's health, and it's gonna probably still take him a little bit of time to get into the lineup just because of his injury history. And then, you know, Owe is still raw when it comes to being a rusher, really. Like, honestly, I think if Isaac is a pure pass rusher, then honestly it might let Owe do maybe a little bit more what they want him to do, and just like roam around and be aggressive and be fast. So we'll see. Like I said, TJ Tampa in the fourth round, I was cool with that. And then the Tez Walker pick, I was ecstatic. Wide receiver out of UNC. I was ecstatic simply because, I mean, it's exactly what we needed. You know, it's exactly what we needed. I mean, he's from Charlotte too, so that kind of, you know, it's a little homerism in me for the little bit of time I've been here. But, you know, still, like, you know, he has that speed threat, but also, you know, I feel like he's kind of coming into a situation too where he don't have to come in and be the guy. He can come in, continue to develop who he is as a wide receiver, and because Zay Flowers is that dude, and my prediction, Rashad Bateman becomes that dude this season, it's going to take a little bit of pressure off of him, which I think is going to create a situation where he can really, you know, show off a little bit. So, but
sometimes when I step out and think of the Ravens, it's really y'all don't really having nobody that be. It's hard to explain. Like, I'm starting to think y'all need to change y'all scouting department, because it's like they pick the same kind of players every year where it's like a bowl of blandness. You know what I'm saying? Where nobody's sticking out but the quarterback. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Am I wrong?
Yeah, I think it's interesting because
there's nobody sticking out. There's no star. There's no.
Yeah, I think
brand.
I mean, I think that goes back to John Harbaugh again. Even though he's not making the picks, you pick for the coach that's coaching the team.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think this draft, honestly, is one of the best on paper. I feel like in terms of what was needed when they were picked, and you know, that whole situation. I feel like, you know, this was a little more kind of not necessarily a flashy draft. I think Nate Wiggins was a little flashy. I think for me, you know, and I might just be overstepping, but for me, Tez Walker was, you know, a flashy pick because of his abilities. But yeah, I mean, I can understand where you're coming from. It's not like, you know, I don't know if you got the Aaron Donald of this draft or the, you know, Laramie Tunzel of this draft or something like that, but we'll see.
Like, I don't know, over the years, it's just I never feel y'all be good, but it's just no stars. Put it like that. Nobody stands out on the team. It's just like a bland Ravens coming to town. You know what I'm saying? What you think
on the
about
right side,
huh?
what I think about who? Say again.
What you do think about your quarterback?
I mean, as long as he's under center, AFC
For
Championship
example,
game, here we come.
people think of 49ers, all the people could pop their head. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
On both sides of the field. You feel me? You don't get that from the Ravens no years. It's like, I don't know. To me, I think is who you picking. Like, these people not turning into stars. They've turned into just good players.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think, I think obviously Lamar is the biggest star the Ravens got, but I think at the same time, like, I think it's changed. I think it's really going to depend on this season. Once again, this wide receiver room is very, very much the you don't have to prove it to me wide receiver room right now, because they just haven't yet. Whether it be injuries, Zay Flowers has, but that's been about it. So there is no Odell in this wide receiver room right now. There is no Dez Bryant in this wide receiver room right now. Deshaun Jackson, whatever. So it's gonna be one of those situations where the wide receiver room, once again, for probably the fourth year in a row, is kind of on a prove it year, right? To prove, like, can you do more than what you have done in previous seasons? And I mean, I think they'll prove to be good.
Now, that right there is what I'm excited for the GM myself, for the GM of the Bears, period. I don't like what he did with Justin Fields at all. But it seems like if I was to take that out and look at everything else, he does everything I want. He reached and get good players out of there. You know what I'm saying? He don't overpay us for unnecessary players. But so I like him. I like the players he bring in out of the draft. So I just can't hate on him. I just don't like him getting rid of Justin Fields, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I got to see what he see. He sees something, right?
Yeah.
I need to see it when the season starts. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he saw. Now you gotta give him credit. He was the first black GM in Bears history. So you gotta give him credit for making ballsy moves. You know what I'm saying? Risking your job type moves. Like, this is a risk move when you get rid of the quarterback and then move in and put a rookie in. You know what I'm saying? That's huge, especially when you was rebuilding and I guess the organization giving you a chance to flip things around. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so what I was just saying about the Ravens is like the flip side of what I'm seeing from him. He drafting players, but if they don't look like they're becoming stars, he moving on from them. Either you like them or not. Even if they're good people, he don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I just noticed he got rid of a left tackle, the punter, all these people I liked. The safety, I thought he was good too. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but you know what I'm saying? Obviously, he don't feel that way. So he moving on and getting what he think will be a better start. You feel me? So in a way, I think that's reversal what I'm seeing from the Ravens. I'm thinking he want to look for stars. You know what I'm saying? He don't want nobody just get drafted and be good. You feel me?
Yeah. I think sometimes the Ravens, and they've had a history of doing this, they hope they fall into the perfect pick. They hope they fall into the perfect free agent instead of.
I see what you're saying.
One thing about Ryan Poles,
they say put a lot.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. The one thing I'll say about Ryan Poles that I think he does well, I think we've seen other GMs, even like a Dan Morgan for the Carolina Panthers, like, they're aggressive, right? They may not win every time.
Crazy aggressive.
They may not win every time, but they're aggressive.
I'm not gonna lie. I always want a GM that I always sit back and see all these teams reaching, grabbing players. I'm like, bro, why we ain't doing none of that, man? Since he been reaching all over the league, snatching them.
Yeah, I feel like the Ravens they've just never been like I said. That's why I was so excited, really, over the Odell signing, because I'm like, the Ravens don't do this. They don't go sign Odell no more. No, he's a free agent still. They don't go sign star players like that. They try to make their own stars, and typically in the wide receiver room they struggle to do so. When they finally do, sometimes they end up trading them away. You get your first 1,000-yard receiver, and the next year he's gone. So
exactly. But I do want to get shouts out to my GM, man. Shouts out, keep doing your thing, but I need to see what you see. I want to see it too. You think you see another Mahomes? Good. Let me see that thing too. You know what I'm saying? Now, so what you expecting though? What you expecting your camp and everything look like? How this supposed to look? Who you think gonna come to the top of this thing?
I mean, I think
y'all ain't got a whole lot of more spots. I mean, much money, do y'all to make any more moves or what?
Not really. I mean, even to have Odell back, you have to take a pay cut. But I feel like
I doubt Odell will ever do that.
Right. I feel like, you know, I think we'll see good things from even just looking at the rookies. Nate Wiggins, I think we'll see good things from him pretty fast in camp. I think
he can be a star. Now that right there can be a star right there.
And I think he's already in a really good defense, so that helps too. And then I think with Tez Walker, I think it's possible to see something right off the bat because of his speed. You know, I think his speed will showcase a lot. And odds are going to be going to Zay Flowers because of the season he had last year anyway. Odds are going to go to Bateman because people are expecting Bateman to break out, you know, and expecting the Ravens to, for once, be on the front end of the breakout and not the back end of the breakout having to pay more. So I think we'll see good things from them. I think it's possible that I think we'll see some offensive linemen. It's going to be – I think it'll be somebody we're not expecting. It'll be Ben Cleveland. It'll be Rosengarten, you know, it'll be one of those offensive linemen that isn't necessarily the guy you think of. I think we'll see some good stuff from them too. And I wouldn't be surprised if like Oweh, I don't know if Ojabo will be at minicamp, but I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if Oweh shows a lot of improvement because typically when you show improvement, this is where even if it doesn't translate to the game, you tend to see a little bit of it in minicamp. So
yeah, I'm excited to see what happens, man, because like I just said, he drafted players in spots that I ain't think we needed anything, you know what I'm saying? So I want to see, hey, to me, it's a GM saying, look, I see a more talented person. He good, but hey, they going to have to fight it out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I like it. You know what I'm saying? I like it. I like it. So if he pinpoints talent like I think he doing, I got confidence in him doing what I've been seeing lately. I just haven't seen him draft a quarterback until now. So I got to see that, you know what I'm saying? But all his other hits, he hit in all his draft picks so far. So I'm on board. You know what I'm saying? Just I need to see, was that the right move? That's all I need to see from this point on. You know what I'm saying? And that'd be cool.
Yeah. And
then you said the man good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you get in, it get cold, and he don't want to throw in the cold and all this shit, get to crying, we're gonna have a problem. I'm gonna want your head, Jim. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get deeper another day. We can get deeper in these rosters that's coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, especially as stuff start to come out, clips start to come out and stuff. And, you know, it's gonna be a lot of fun coming up next couple months.
Most definitely. So we can just catch up another time so we can get deeper into our rosters. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because our roster gonna flip around like I already know our joint gonna be flipping. You know what I'm saying? We went from the most talented player on our team was Justin Fields to he gone and the whole team talented now. Ain't that some shit? I know you looking at this joint like, God damn, I was in a bowl of shit and y'all just fixed it up for him. You know what I'm saying? Gave him some soup.
That's funny.
Appreciate everybody, man, tuning in, man. We'll catch y'all the next time for show for all Ravens, all Bears. You know what I'm saying? You got something to say we get out of there?
Nah, I just appreciate, you know, you by having me on again. We'll definitely get back together again.
I have to change our joint. I got motherfucking Justin Fields up there. I got to put Killer Williams on the joint now. Switch that up, you know. But once we do that, we're back on point. Appreciate everybody, though.
All right, welcome into
the Bears Ravens podcast. You know,
Flock Nation Speaks.